Yay, hands free. Okay, good. Let's part two. Part two. If you do watch this video online, I think my face is very orange. I don't know why. I couldn't fix the contrast, but I don't care. Okay, if you want to call me Professor Pumpkin or whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, seriously, let's do the article here, and then we'll call it a day. Okay. So usually there's a few like general knowledge questions on page 55. So we're going to the next chapter. Is Nepal an island? This is a classic geographical question, geography question. If you watch videos or interviews online, you will see people ask Americans like, "Where's Canada?" or "Where's Mexico?" and they can't find it on the map, which is sad. So, Nepal, or how do Koreans say it? Nepal? How do you say it? Sa? Nepal. We say Nepal, sounds cute, but Nepal, we say it wrong probably. First of all, is Nepal an island? No, it's not. What's special about Nepal? Himalayas, right? That is the most important thing, I think, because what countries are beside Nepal?
China.
And
Russia. Mongol.
at one point, but not really anymore. India. Right, but yeah, any of those, basically those big Asian countries, if you're a small country in between those countries, usually those countries disappear. They don't last very long. But Nepal has a very long history and very resilient and very interesting culture. So they're kind of wedged in there, and they're not an island. In fact, what's the opposite of an island? What's the opposite of an island? Yes. Well, but that's not quite an opposite, because an island is land also. An island is land surrounded by water, so the opposite is land surrounded by land. It doesn't touch any ocean or large river or anything, so they don't have any access to water. That's a big disadvantage to a country, right? Afghanistan, I'm not sure if, I shouldn't say Afghanistan is the largest country in the world that's landlocked, but it's a huge country and it has no access to the ocean, which has made Afghanistan a very important country because they have to defend themselves, and the trade is economically, they can't trade as well. Originally, surprisingly, if you look at the map, you'd be shocked to realize that Russia was basically a landlocked country not that long ago. Like, when we were talking about 16th century stuff today, the British, they're an island. Over here, Russia's like a small, not small, but an area that has no water. That's one of the reasons the Russian Empire expanded every direction to get the ocean, the north, the west, the east. Now Russia, biggest country in the world, because they were landlocked and they needed to expand their borders. That's part of Russian culture, right? But Nepal didn't do that. Nepal is kind of like a self-contained, protective, insulated culture. You might say Korea is somewhat like that. You're lucky in some ways. You have peninsula and water, but not that many natural resources and not that large of a country. So, would you like to go to Nepal? No? Union says no. Why not?
So far.
You would not like to go, or you would like to go?
Not that good.
It's not that fun. My question is go or not go?
Not go.
Not go, because it's not fun.
Why?
I don't know. What's your reason? Why don't I want to go? I can tell you my reason. You're not interested to visit? I heard the people are very nice people, very friendly people, and it's very beautiful. Am I wrong?
Not wrong, but not interesting to me.
Okay, that's your choice. I mean, sometimes people haven't traveled very many countries. That's one reason you might choose to go somewhere. I was visiting my brother this summer, and he's been to 35 countries, I think, 36 countries. So, he went to Ecuador. Would you go to Ecuador? Or Germany? Or Canada? Where'd you go? Where would you go? 3 choices: Canada, Ecuador, Germany. Choose one.
Canada.
Thanks. That's not. But the Ecuador, like, there has to be some sort of appeal. The reason my brother went was to volunteer. So he went there for a specific reason. Maybe Nepal. You also, I just want to see the Himalayas, and I just want to see the beautiful, environment. I think it's very natural. There's lots of trees. That's just my personal opinion. And my brother went to Ecuador not because of any other reason other than it's a poor country, and he volunteered, and then he came back. That's it. Okay, you guys, all of you know about how cows are important in India. Why are cows important in India?
In his holy existence.
His holy existence.
Yes.
Like a god?
It was similar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sacred animal. Do you know the reason why? I don't either. I don't want to make a mistake on a video. But I guess religiously those animals represented like very, very wealthy, very special animals. And India has a huge population, so I guess over time a cow became important not just for a rich person, but for the community. Like having a cow would be like something, the possession of the group of people. I'm not sure exactly, but it was illegal to kill cows, and you go to jail or be beaten or something if you killed a cow, and certainly they don't eat beef, right? So regardless, yes, it is an important animal. This next 2 questions we'll skip because they're for chapter 2. So let's turn the page and we'll talk about the festival. I don't know how to pronounce it, unfortunately. So, Kelly, not because you're Vietnamese, but maybe you pronounce it better than me. I don't know. Tihar? Do you have any? I would say Tahar. But Tihar is probably better, probably closer. One time I had a student from Bangladesh who told me the correct pronunciation, but I forget. So Tihar sounds better. Let's call it Tihar. Can you read for us, please? Yeah. Yes, you please. Just the first page.
Tihar is one of the most important festivals for Hindus in Nepal. Nepal is a small country between India and China. It has a population of about 23 million people. Most of whom are Hindu. The festival of Tihar takes place in late autumn and lasts for 5 days. This festival is also called the Festival of Lights. It is a time when all the houses light oil lamps, and the country is full of light and decorations. During Tihar, The people worship different animals such as the crow, the dog, and the cow. The people also worship their brother and sister and the goddess of wealth, Lassie.
Okay. Yes. So I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with Lakshmi, but she's the goddess of wealth. Okay. Who's the young lady in the front who I haven't asked? What's your name?
Something.
Someone, can you read the next part? You can read two because it's a little bit shorter.
On the first day of the festival, people worship crows. Every family cooks a delicious meal in the morning. Before they eat, each member of the family puts some food on a plate of leaves and places it outside for the crows to eat. People believe crows are the messengers of the Lord of Death. They worship crows to keep sadness away. The second day, people worship dogs. They decorate dogs with garlands of flowers around their necks. They give dogs delicious food and put a red tika on their foreheads. They even do this to stray dogs. It is a day to respect all dogs. They pray for the dogs to guard their home. Dogs with garlands of flowers can be seen everywhere.
Okay, good. Tika. Is there another? Tika is you can eat it, right? Tika, you can eat it. No, it's just paint. Is Tika paint? You guys eat Indian food, right? My favorite Indian food is tikka masala. It's totally unrelated. I'm not saying they're going to eat the cow. I'm just saying tikka masala is chicken. Do you know? Well, I guess I have some homework to do. The spelling is different. I think it's Tikka. Yeah, I thought Koreans like Indian food. Just curry. That's it. Just otogi curry. That's it. Not real curry. Okay, fine. Okay. And sometimes I hope you guys get some insight here. It's a little bit interesting that the crows are the messengers of death, and but at the same time they chase away evil things, right? Halloween is something where we dress up as monsters to make the monsters stay away from us. It's the same idea. I don't want to call it a religious festival or cultural festival or pagan festival or it's maybe all of it, right, together. So there's some old ideas, but Western culture, what do Koreans think about crows? What's the symbolic meaning of a crow? If you see a crow, what does that mean?
In Korean?
Yeah.
까마귀.
No.
Bad things would.
I didn't say translate. If you see an eagle, doksuri. I know the words. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, good joke. That was a joke, right? What's the meaning?
Bad things would occur to see the crow.
Okay, so it's a bad omen. It's bad luck. Yeah. No, in Western culture, there's lots of stories about animals, and sometimes the animals there's a crow, and the crow is usually really clever, right? Because it's true, crows are extremely intelligent. They're supposedly the most intelligent bird, even more intelligent than parrots and other things. So you can train a crow like you can train a dog. I was in Canada and I saw a bird show, and the crow is, the whole time they did a show with different birds, and the crow was just like, go over there and stand on somebody's shoulder, and you sit there for a little bit and like look at you, and then go somewhere else, perfectly like a trained dog. So pretty smart bird. Does anybody else not how to turn to read? Wade? student in the corner who I always forget who her name is. Beside. Wait a second. I can't get it. It's Cheyenne, and who's your friend? Sorry? Sonia? Okay, can you read, please?
The third day is the most important day of the festival. Early in the morning, people start to worship the cow. The cow is the symbol of wealth and is the most holy animal for Hindus. They put cow on the cow's forehead, a garland of flowers around their necks. They give the cows nice things to eat. People place the cow's manure in different parts of their houses. Later in the evening, they worship the goddess Lakshmi. If people please the goddess, she will give them wealth.
Okay, so what's the main point so far? What's the main point of the writing? What's the main idea? Each paragraph is talking about another day, which is fine. You can do that. I'm not suggesting you do that, but putting things in order, right? As I told you, I don't want you to just tell me the history of something, right? The peanut first appeared 9,000 years ago. After 500 years, people in Africa found it, and then they started cultivating it. It's not supposed to be a timeline, but if there's a natural progression, like the festival has 5 days, that's one way you can order. You can order it by symbols, or you can order it by days. That makes sense, right? So what are the days? What's the significance of the days? What's the related thing? Have an answer? Yeah. What's the
Cow is important.
and? That's all? It's not. If
Nice,
that.
cow is important and nice thing to eat.
That's the main idea of the writing.
Yeah.
I think you're right about the cows being important, but it says you said cows are nice things to eat, or did you say they give cows nice things to eat? Which one did you say? It's the opposite, right? One is eating hamburgers, and the other one is giving food to a cow. Giving, right? Giving food to the cow. Right? Okay. So that's only part. If you look at the whole paragraph right from the beginning, of course there is a thesis statement. How did you say it? Tihar. Tihar is one of the most important festivals for Hindus in Nepal. Okay, so the whole thing is just going to talk about why it's just going to describe why it's important. So far, the support, which it doesn't really have a good argument, doesn't have a good purpose, as usual. So far, it's the symbolism of the animals, right? That animals are good luck or bad luck. They're for health or they're for money, right? And these activities are supposed to improve, be good for your success, right? That's what we're talking about so far. Okay. Donna. Your turn to read.
In the fall, people clean and decorate their houses. They put oil lamps on every door and window. A female member of the family performs a special ceremony of puja. She then puts a light moth running away for the campus. In the evening, girls go from door to door of their neighbors' homes and sing songs of the parties. They receive gifts in return.
Good. Yeah, just continuing the ceremonial family theme. Sunan. Where's Sunan? I meant her. I keep forgetting your name again. That's like 4 times today. Jung-ah and I can't. There's somebody else. There's another student who looks like you. Isn't her name Sungun? Isn't there another Sungun in a writing class? Sungju. Sungju, can you read one more time? And I'll put an underline under your name, okay? I'll circle your name so I don't make that mistake again. Sungun's over there, and you're over there. Okay, can you do it?
On the first day, people can worship the temples, but people worship the ox. They put tikka on the oxen and the garland around their necks. They also give them delicious food. Hindus who follow the god Krishna worship the cow. They make a small hill out of cow manure, put some grass on it, and perform a special ceremony on puja on it. The newer community of an ethnic group in Nepal worship themselves.
Okay, good. Yudi?
Yeah.
Last part.
Tihar finally ends after 5 days of cooking, decorating, eating, singing.
No, sorry. I think you missed one.
Sorry.
5th day.
The 5th day is
I meant the last part. The last part is 2 parts. But do 8 as well, okay?
The 5th day is the day of brothers and sisters. Sisters wish their brothers long life and prosperity. If you do not have a brother or sister, you can make one of your relatives or friends a brother or a sister. On this day, sisters will perform puja and apply a special tikka on their brothers. Then they put garlands around their brothers and give them special gifts of food. Brothers in return honor their sisters. They put the garlands around their necks and give them gifts of clothes and money. Should I read? Tihar finally ends after 5 days of cooking, decorating, eating, singing, dancing, shopping, relaxing, daydreaming, and worshipping. There is no doubt that Tihar is the most popular festival in Nepal.
Okay, so the topic sentence and the supporting sentence match, right? Whoever has their phone on the table, I don't care if it's on buzz, but take it off the table and put it in your pocket. I mean, I don't know whose phone is buzzing, but just put it away. Put it away, please. It's a little bit distracting. And we're almost done. In a few minutes, and then I'll let you go. Notice again the topic sentence and the supporting the topic sentence and the concluding sentence match, but the support is really much better than the topic sentence. You can do a much better introduction and topic sentence. It's just a really general. There's no argument. There's no suggestion of the reasons or the culture or the preservation or the history or whatever. So this one's better. This one's better than the other ones we read, but still, I'd like to see, what Yudi read at the end. Tihar finally ends after 5 days of cooking, decorating, eating, singing, dancing, blah, blah, blah. That's just a list. Just a summary. This is a list of everything, not really anything else, right? And then there's a general statement. You can do a better conclusion than that. And you should try, okay? But this is your first paper, and it's not going to be perfect. So take all the advice that I gave you. I hope I explained. I might have explained it better to you. Hopefully not. Hopefully I explained it exactly the same. But yesterday I explained similar things to the other class, and the third class will get the video. So. Are there any questions? about the paper, which is due on Monday.
Using the words like actually,
Mhm.
absolutely,
Mhm.
is good for the writer paragraph.
Yes, they are. That's a good way to start a sentence, as long as the meaning of the sentence matches that sort of transition word, right? I mean, you know what I mean? Like if you're saying absolutely, and then what you write is not true, right? Is a logical error, right? It's absolutely. Let me just say something ridiculous. Absolutely, the Canadian hockey team will destroy the Russian hockey team. That's not the right word. Absolutely. So you just have to know, absolutely means 100%, no doubt, right? And actually means, when you use actually, that usually means that surprisingly or in this case, right? You could explain something and say, actually, there is an exception, or actually, there's another example. And those are linking words. And yes, you should use them, but you just got to make sure you use them correctly, which is sometimes a little bit difficult, but I think you can do it, and you should. Those words are good. Those are good choices. Everybody else knows exactly what they're doing? Good. Then I should expect excellent papers. Right? Have a good holiday. See you someday. When Friday? Next Friday. Next Friday. Yeah, beautiful weather. Enjoy your holiday. Good luck. Good luck on your paper.